It's Ken Rutkowski, and this is the voice of disruption, Music Disrupted, where we get to interview and hang out with amazing artists that are disrupting themselves, finding out how they're conducting themselves in business, and always taking themselves to another level. Scott Page is sitting next to me. Of course, he is Mr. Disruption himself. And Scott, okay, I know later on we're going to hear this band.
Yes.
But you got to get a sample of them. Wow.
Very nice.
I mean,
yes. I love drummers.
Get in the microphone. I can't believe you're an artist and you're not talking to a microphone.
Oh, yeah, I forget that I don't have my lavalier. Right. Yeah, no, I love drummers, and this one is killer.
Okay.
It's great. She's great. I wish I'd love to hear her on her drums. She did
by
the
herself?
Cajon today. Yeah, I would love to hear that.
Okay.
Because she hits it like
So Lisa and Corey joining us. They're generally from the Bay Area, Oakland area, or Berkeley. The Berkeley area, right? Berkeley, Oakland. Same thing. Okay.
Oakland.
And the band is called?
Dig the Kid.
Dig the Kid. You've been in Los Angeles for about, what, 3 to 4 years?
Yeah, 3
You
years.
guys are actually arguing over the time.
Well, we moved on Halloween.
Oh,
so
okay.
we'll never forget that. But he was like, I was like 3 years, he was like 4 years, but it was 3 years. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, who cares?
So Corey,
3 to 4.
how would you describe your band?
We like to say alternative pop rock. And if you were to take and make a pyramid with each one of those at each one of the edges, we're going to move somewhere around there. And that's kind of where we fit.
Okay, what did you think when you heard him play?
No, I love it. I mean, I think he's got a killer voice, and she's just obviously outstanding in the groove. She's got a great groove.
Thanks.
And that's very dear to me because I got to play with Jeff Carl for many years, and they talk about the groove, so I'm a groove snob.
So I figured we're going to do an exercise with you guys.
Okay.
Because without a doubt, you have the talent. Without a doubt.
Thank you.
And there's an acronym that Scott has come up with, and I want to go through each letter of this acronym and see where you're at or where you can enhance what you're doing, okay?
Okay.
And the word is SPACE, S-P-A-C-E, okay? And what it will do is it'll help us exercise you in an area to where we can take you as an artist and put you at that band level to where you're making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year comfortably. Sound good?
So,
Right.
so the whole idea of SPACE is really, it's an acronym that stands for Story, Plan, Army, Conversion, Education.
Okay.
And I believe it's the kick-ass formula for kind of building a business. And it pulls from different disciplines and different things. One is the lean startup movement.
So let's do this. Let's first go through, explain what S is.
Okay, story. Story is probably the most important thing you can come up with in the beginning. It's really what your brand, your purpose of your brand, what it stands for. And most of the time when I ask artists, hey, what's your story? Oh, I grew up in Cincinnati and I played guitar and stuff. That's not the story I'm talking about. That's nice, but that doesn't really help you
What do you
rise
stand
above
for?
this. What do you stand for? What's your purpose? What is it that you do? One of the first questions I also ask artists is, what problem are you solving?
So let's do that.
So the story can have a piece of what's important as far as the problem you're solving, which helps create a rally cry.
And this
around
is
your
really
business.
tough for most artists to understand what they stand for. What is that thing that you want to go off and tell people that this is what we do? It could be for water, overpopulation. It could be for PETA. It can be, you understand what I'm saying? There could be special interests. What do you guys stand for?
I mean, I think using music as a platform so we can do multiple things. So it's not just one thing. It's not, most bands they want to sell at stadiums. They want to,
I think you misunderstood.
Oh.
What does Apple do?
What do you,
What's their saying? Think different, right?
Sure.
They're there for the creative artist, right? What does Tesla do? Tesla is there to take you beyond the drive. So the idea is not to be a whole bunch, it's to be focused.
Okay, can I take this?
Go for
go
it.
ahead.
I think it's actually within our name itself. So our name means dig the kid. And one of our readings of what that name means is to dig the kid inside of you. And so when we perform on stage, we have a blast on stage.
Okay.
Our music should create that. Our fans should feel that way when they're listening to our music.
So you want the artist within you? Do you want the kid within you?
I feel, but it's,
Does that make
it's-
sense where I'm trying to go?
Well, no, I do.
So what I mean by the child is when you were younger, there weren't blinders on things you did. You were creative when you wanted to be creative. You jumped off things if you wanted to. You did things and you allowed yourself, you weren't closed off by adulthood and these restrictions and rules
So what
that
I
you
would
live
ask,
within.
So the question, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and we do that within our songwriting itself. We don't keep boundaries.
Let me go off this.
Okay.
Ours is very simple. We want to change the way the industry is. Obviously, the industry is having crazy problems and everything's going differently, and new things are starting to come in, streaming services, blah blah blah.
Music
We would
industry,
love to make a difference and the change and
Yeah.
leading a new revolution of musicians. every label, every management has told us, you guys are too different. Your songs are too different. Every song's a bit different. But that's what the Beatles did way back in the day. Every
So
song was
you're
a
an
bit
artist?
We are an artist.
Does that make sense, Scott?
Yeah, I think so. And I think question, going back to it,
Yeah.
what you have to ask yourself with that story, will people rally behind that? Because you're trying to create a rally cry.
Yeah.
To create a
Totally.
commercial movement, you have to create a rally cry.
That's
Get
right.
people to brand. So I ask you the question, do people, I love what you're saying,
Yeah.
but you have to ask yourself from a business, do people care enough about that problem to invest in it, basically? Because again, if you're not making money, it
take
becomes a
Taylor
hobby.
Swift,
Yeah.
empowerment of women, right? She's got a rally cry, and she's got the plan and the army to go along with that. So she's cohesively put this story together, so it generates revenue. There's a conversion, and we'll go through all that. But she's pretty clear on what she does. Even her videos are all around that.
Yeah.
So what is, and you don't have to have it right now, okay?
Yeah.
Please, we're
No, I
only
like
challenging you to help you understand that's where success is, space, story. And then once you have the story, you get the plan.
Plan. And what I recommend is there's a thing called the Lean Canvas. And the Lean Canvas is a one-page business plan. It's being used all over Silicon Valley. The day of 60, 70-page business plans and all of that doesn't make any sense. But the important part of having a plan is not only to know what you're going to do, it's really to tell you what you're not going to do.
But you need to have that story to get it into the plan. Now, let's just talk about social media. You guys have it, right? You're pretty happy. You got all different hashtags. You're working on what, Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah,
What's your favorite?
All of them. Probably Instagram is the easiest.
Okay, Instagram.
Facebook is not it's not as powerful as it used to be for musicians.
It's true, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about your super fan. Do you know who they are?
We have a couple.
We have a few. Some that send us messages daily, basically being like, "Hi, how are you? Like, you know, I would love to hear this, blah, blah, blah." We actually answer a lot of those people.
But have you got them to do anything for you?
Oh,
A couple of them, but some are a little too much. So
that's what you got to be careful about.
Yeah.
There are some fans of ours that like we've brought into that kind of special circle that you have within your musicianship, where like you can use them as a confidant, and because their drive and their belief in what you're doing is so important that sometimes you can call, like there's times when when you're in bands it's tough.
Yeah.
But those armies are really important,
people
right?
you can
Big
call,
time.
and,
They
and,
really
and
are.
having that support system is so.
Well, to be successful today, it really takes a team.
Yeah.
It's very
Oh,
difficult to
absolutely.
do this by yourself. So you can reach out, and those super fans that you can find, the part of that army can actually be part of your business. What I always ask, what's interesting is a lot of times they'll know people that'll come to the shows, and they're there. And when I ask them, well, you know what they do? I'm not sure. I think he does this. When they find
Yeah.
out, oh, wait a minute, that guy's a Photoshop expert, and that one over here builds websites, you can start thinking how you can bring them in to be part of your
also
business.
of that super fan is to get those 1,000 true fans to pay you about $9 a month. Because there's your first 100K. And that's that C.
Yeah, which goes into conversion, because it's one thing, it's all great. I can go make something, I can get it out there, but then how do I convert that fan into a paying customer? Because again, there's hobbies. I love doing this because it's a hobby and I want to do it, and that's great. But if it's really about building a business, then you got to understand conversion kind of functionality, how it works. And you can go to Google. Google is one of your best things. You should go type in conversion funnels.
Don't
then
do
you
it
can
with
sort-
his little hand
Yeah,
like
no, my
that.
little hand,
That was
my
kind of
little
scary.
hand, the little fade. But conversion funnels are very much understood now because we have access to data like we've never had before. So we can start looking at those conversion funnels and how they actually work and start applying those to our business, right? And E is education. So the number one thing I tell every artist, because this industry is moving so quickly, every 90 days things are changing, is that it's all about education. You got to get up, go to school every day. I spend 2 hours at least in the morning reading blogs and studying and stuff to try to stay on top of it. Artists need to do that. And Google is your
And
friend.
I know we're talking a lot, and you're almost drinking from a fire hose right now. Joe
Bonamassa.
Bonamassa. Do you know what he generates, Scott?
I mean, I don't know. I hadn't seen lately, but he did up to words of $20 million a year as an independent artist.
Wow.
It's pretty serious.
Because he used space as every one of those letters as a tool to get him to that point.
Oh wow.
Totally independent.
So the goal is, how do you actually say, this is what we stand for, this is the audience we're going to talk to, this is how we're going to get them excited, this is our plan, this is where our army is going to be part of the plan, how we're going to convert on them, and they will always be there. They can't wait. It's like Pavlov's theory. They can't wait for you to give them something to buy
Sure.
really cool.
and do.
Sure.
and that's space. And I think that you guys, with the talent we are about to see a little later on, without a doubt, you have an army that just can't wait for you to tell them what to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah!
Well,
Let's go rally those
We're
people!
doing something right, you know.
Touring, how's it going?
We actually haven't toured in a year.
Is there a reason?
And, well, we did a movie. We did the theme song for Point Break. And then after that, we waited. We were supposed to have a radio come out. We were supposed to have a single drop. And then we waited around and waited. And then that just kind of went away. We don't really know what happened. So then we had another single that was going to, and that went away.
And you waited,
so we lost opportunities to jump on the tours that we wanted to.
So what did you learn from that? Don't wait for them.
Don't wait.
Yeah, right?
Which is funny because I'm very impatient, and that's not like me. But you know, when this part of our story was the whole reason that we got the movie in the first place. So.
digthekid.com.
Yeah.
That's where you go.
Yep.
And hopefully you'll be on tour soon because what you're going to witness a little later on, you want to see you two perform. It's like White Stripes on acid, man.
You know,
It's
we
just
love
at
that
a whole
stuff.
nother level, right? It's
Yeah.
it's great. And Scott, talent?
Very talented, yes, I love them.
And that's what
Excellent.
gets you excited.
Yep.
I appreciate it. So you come back, do a song?
Yeah,
Sounds
good.
Let's do it.
Sounds great.
All right. You're, of course, hanging out with us, Corey, Lisa, Scott, Ken. Listen to the Voice of Disruption, Music Disrupted. When we come back, we're going to hear them jam out. We'll be right back.
We are Dig the Kid.
And this song's called Love.
Love, you always leave me breathless. Love, you keep me up all night, making up my mind, sending shivers down my spine. You've arrested me, locked me up and burned the key. Oh love, when you're gonna teach me? I'll have to learn it on my own. You won't be satisfied till there is nothing I ain't tried. When you're through with me, see how low a boy can't be. Oh love, now you got me dreaming things I ain't done before. I'm not a begging man, sending deeds in hand in hand. You've forsaken me, wallow in your misery. Oh love, why'd you go and find me? I'm just a scrambler in the dark. I was so good to you, I did everything you asked me to, but you've abandoned me, zipped amongst a wreck at sea. Romeo, Juliet, Montague, Capulet, I drink the poison every single time. Waiting for a sign of hope, tethered by your lovesick rope. Pull me in and let me drink your wine. L-O-V. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll be so good to you. I'll do anything you ask me to, except what we're to be forever to eternity. Oh, love, 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 love.
Thank you.